Drunk drivers do not always make wise choices, but what happens when an entitled drunk woman flips a car and makes the biggest fool of herself imaginable? On August 20, 2023, in Wisconsin, officers were dispatched to a neighborhood in response to a report of an intoxicated woman named Rachel colliding with a parked car, causing her vehicle to flip. When she speaks with the officers, she denies drinking earlier and begins acting very entitled.
Hello.
Hello.
Did you call?
I don't know where the girl is that was driving.
She's right there. Whose car is this?
That's my grandson's, and it was parked right here.
Okay.
He hasn't went anywhere all day.
Alright.
And
Is everybody okay?
yeah,
Okay.
everybody's
All right,
okay.
I'll just have you guys hang out over there for now, okay?
All right.
Hello. Looks like you might have crashed your car, huh?
Oh my gosh. Hi. Yeah, I'm Rachel. Nice to meet
Rachel, Eli, nice to meet you. What's going
Nice
on?
to
How'd
meet
this
you.
happen?
you. I don't know.
You're not sure?
Yeah,
It's your car?
this is my vehicle.
Yeah.
Yes, obviously.
Well, how did it end up on its side? Do you know? Did it just...
I mean, obviously it's just
Right.
my fault.
The cop begins asking obvious questions to test her, but Rachel immediately denies everything and begins acting as if she has no idea what happened. She appears to believe that whatever she tells the police will be accepted. However, she won't be getting off so easily.
Kid's seat? There wasn't a kid in here when this happened,
No,
was there? Okay.
no children in here. Obviously, this just happened by itself.
Right.
So that
Were you driving it?
I obviously was driving the vehicle.
Okay.
So, I mean, do you, obvi-
Go ahead,
do you
just need the
always
one
ask
for
redundant
Adam's victory.
questions, or you just ask questions?
I just ask questions. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, that's all.
Yeah,
It's
I mean-
Rachel, right? So were you driving this way?
Yeah, obviously. That's the way the vehicle's facing.
Why do you
So,
keep saying obviously?
well, I mean, I think
I'm just
everything
trying
with
to-
this scene is.
As the video progresses, obviously becomes her go-to word, and an attitude emerges. She dismisses the officer's questions as unimportant and redundant. Despite the forceful collision that flipped her own Kia after hitting the grandson's car, her demeanor raises questions. However, further interrogation reveals the truth.
Super
Was there anyone
familiar
in the
with it.
vehicle with you when this
No,
happened?
there was nobody with me, and I can tell you, like, there was obviously
By this point, the police officer is well aware that she is inebriated, as he struggles to understand the woman's stance, given that the car she collided with is only 20 feet away, but she appears to be insistent on a hit-and-run scenario, which leads the cop to ask the next question.
You had anything to drink tonight, Rachel?
no, I
You can
haven't.
just be honest with me.
No, I
It's not
haven't.
gonna incriminate you any further or
No,
anything
no,
like
I know. No.
that? Nothing to drink, huh?
Not since 6 p.m.
6 p.m.?
So I would
About a
say,
few hours, huh?
yeah. Like,
What did you have at 6?
I had what we considered a beer cocktail,
Beer
I
cocktail.
guess.
How much alcohol would you say is in that?
It's a 4%. 4%.
And you just had one of them?
Rachel fails to stick to a single story, which is not very convincing. She first says no, but as the cop pressures her, she eventually admits that she had a beer a couple of hours ago, which is not a very good look for her. She seems to choose the truth this time, but then she flips switches, trying to regain control over the situation, which makes matters even worse for her.
So here's the deal, Rachel.
So, here's the deal. I
just-
won't answer any more of your questions.
You're not gonna answer any more of my questions?
No.
Okay. Well, you don't have to answer anything. I'm
If
just-
you'd like
Hey.
to know, nope. Actually, I'll let you know what's going on from now, because you've superseded your
know what you
rights
mean.
of asking me questions.
Hi, ma'am. Can I talk to you?
Nope. And so any more questions you have, you can talk to my attorney. All right?
What's your name?
You can talk to my attorney.
It's Rachel.
He knows my name.
Is it Rachel?
I won't be answering any more of your questions. I think I've made that very clear.
All right. Well, I'm just getting
So,
on scene.
yeah,
here, so I don't know
think
what's going on.
I think I've made it very clear that any more questions anyone has for me.
Why do you think you need an attorney right now?
I think in general, any citizen that encounters a law enforcement officer outside of any normal circumstance should just refer that to an attorney.
It's quite an annoying display from her end, as she thinks she has the right to control the situation. But the thing is, she doesn't realize she isn't going to be the one dictating the situation from now on, as she is the one who just flipped her car on a public street. It's also remarkable how the officers have maintained their patience with her so far.
So any interaction with a
I don't
officer?
think that any interaction you and I have beyond what him and I have.
Where have you been drinking tonight, Rachel?
I haven't been drinking tonight.
I can smell the alcohol from you.
Well, I guess you can smell the alcohol from me, but I haven't been drinking, so.
Okay, why am I smelling alcohol from you? You don't know? Have you been around people who have been drinking? Is there a reason why I'm smelling alcohol right now? It doesn't come from nowhere. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Makes total sense,
So
yeah.
where have you been drinking tonight?
I think I already told you. Any questions you have, you can talk to my attorney.
We've been over that.
Okay.
Are
Yeah.
you...
Initially, she confesses to having a beer or two. However, she is now back to not having drunk anything tonight. What she may not realize is that constantly changing her stance is putting her at stake. The audacity and entitlement to assume authority here is astonishing. It seems like she's lived a life with few consequences, but that's likely to change soon. She gets arrested as she refuses both a field sobriety test and a breathalyzer, despite appearing drunk. She is put in the backseat of the car, where she suddenly becomes a lawyer.
Okay, you're going to be under arrest for OWI.
Okay.
I got it.
Verbally, please put correct?
What happened to you not talking?
Well, I won't talk anymore, dear. You never read me my Miranda rights or told me what I was under the arrest for. So I was looking for some clarification because my Miranda rights were never read, and you also never told me what I was under the arrest for. Do you remember that part?
She throws out her card for being a lawyer and says that she was not read her Miranda rights. But she forgets, despite being a lawyer, that Miranda rights don't have to be read during an arrest. But if she practices law in any form, the thing she should be aware of is that drinking and driving is illegal.
Arrest someone without reading them their Miranda rights. Do you understand?
You can, actually. Yep, you can.
Well, I mean, you can. Of course you can. You did.
It appears as if she's figuring out how to be a lawyer right on the spot. Now, in custody and with handcuffs on, she's developing her legal understanding on the fly. First, she says you can't get arrested without hearing your Miranda rights, but when the cop corrects her, she quickly changes her stance, which of course one can.
So one potential resolution for tonight is I could have the discretionary option of releasing you to a sober, responsible party instead of taking you to jail. Is there, first question for you is there somebody who comes to mind who is a sober, responsible party right now?
My husband lives in Nebraska.
When the cop presents her with the chance for a responsible and sober alternative to avoid jail, it takes her quite a while to respond. There's about 30 seconds of complete silence, as if her brain is struggling to process. But instead of a clear answer, she repeats the same line 55 times, saying that her husband is in Nebraska. That's where he currently works. Rachel faced charges for OWI, operating while intoxicated, as a primary offense. Additionally, she was cited for failure to maintain control, unsafe lane deviation, and lacking proof of insurance.